Okay, I guess I'll run it. Hi, everyone. Welcome to Sprint, I think 7, maybe. This is a video showing what we have worked on over the last 2 weeks as a combined working group for design system and CMS work and everything in between. So first, I think, is Tyler.
Yeah, I will. I don't have a ton that's super great for screen sharing, so I will run down the list. First thing that is up here is just the MVC on Slippers integration into about.gitlab.com. So we merged in a feature there where now we will be able to, oh, thanks Jess for the agenda. So we've got options built in so that people working on about.gitlab.com can pull in either the Slippers CSS or the exported component library as well and render that all in line. So that's sort of the first foothold to really applying Slippers in our existing web property.
One moment real quick. Someone's screen sharing the retro instead of the what did we release.
There you go. And then, yeah, cool. Excellent, thank you. Up next, beginning of the sprint, merged in a patch to middleman that speeds up local template development. I've done some like really rudimentary benchmarking on this, and it's like anywhere between like 2 and 4 times faster for specific templating changes. So that's exciting and should speed up everyone's workflow a little bit. And then launched the child topic pages. Lauren did a brief demo in the marketing meeting, and it was cool to see now in the categories new topic pages, child topic pages, and those are all pulling from the same template and have their data schema defined. We also added a Netlify CMS and Cloudinary proof of concept. So just a quick integration. The takeaway from that was that Cloudinary was like a 20-minute integration into Netlify CMS, super low effort, but really high value there. And I know that the broader conversation about that is sort of on pause for a little bit, but it's good to have that to refer back to when it gets going again. Other good things, we had a community contribution, upgraded the middleman version in the handbook and marketing, just up to the latest minor version on middleman 4. So we merged that in, that was great. Some agency day work, the 2021 survey, an open graph tag extension. So it sets default open graph images on all pages. It basically looks to see if that image has been specified. If it hasn't, it falls back to default values for blogs and pages. And the nice thing is we can extend that to other OG tags as required. Made a change in the pricing terms in one of the release post templates. Up next, so this went up today. There were some bugs and breaks, but we do have at least the documentation on some release strategy stuff for the library releases of Slippers. So that's exciting. The pipeline I thought was good, and then it broke, so that has not actually been released, but we have sort of a first strategy in place. And then up next, Lauren started the migrating Rollup to Webpack, and I think we've got it to where it's ready to go. It's still in draft, so not quite released, but what this will do is this will help out a handbook team who's looking to move. They may be moving from middleman to frontman, and this is supposed to unblock them on that. And it'll be good for us just to have all of our JavaScript being bundled and compiled through one system instead of 2. So yeah, that was my sprint. And up next, Lauren.
Okay.
Real quick, someone's linking to a different section of the Google Doc in the screen sharing. So we've been looking at the.
Which one are we supposed to be looking at?
Oh, that was the what we can accomplish. This is, we should be at what did we release? Scroll down. So you want to be in February 1st, and then at the bottom of February 1st, what did we release? You almost had it. Up. And there. There it is.
I'll show you everything but what we were supposed to show.
They were close enough. They were pretty related, so close enough.
Okay. So for this release, the admin is live on the production. So you can visit it, take a look, try it out. And we also released a handbook page, documents how to access the admin, how to make an edit, how to find your merge request in GitLab associated with that edit. This is 1.0, and we're going to be rapidly iterating on that process. And we made a couple of additional admin iterations during this sprint, also adjusting the order of the content blocks that show in the admin UI. And we also added our first custom component to allow editors to add YouTube videos within Markdown blocks by just adding the video ID, and then it builds all the iframe code for you. So I'll pass it over to Laura.
Yeah, so I had a bit of agency work that kind of overlapped this sprint. It had to do data in the middle of the sprint. So I worked on that for a couple of days, a bit of back and forth for the out of the office report page. So there was a PDF that was created with a whole year-long study of out of the office and remote work. And they need a web page built around that. And that was also built with our new Slippers CSS styles that we have baked into the about.gitlab.com repo. So that was cool. I'm also in the middle of, I guess, troubleshooting some issues with my grid component, but I did at one point have a grid component in Slippers. The link in the doc there is just the issue. But at some point I will show people the grids, and they were moving, and maybe if I refresh and pray really hard, they'll move back to where they're supposed to be. And next is Tina.
I'll share my screen if Jess, you can release your screen. Thank you. Okay. Am I sharing?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, I don't have the little green box. So we've got a design for the blog template that's going to be integrated into the CMS. So we have the Figma file associated to the issue. So anyone can go check that out. We've got some mobile designs. What else do we have for this sprint? Oh, now I'm lost in this document. Well, I know what I did. We also have a wireframe for the a net new page, which is going to be continuous integration landing page, which is going to be accessible from the solutions section. So all of this is going to be a new design, new template that hopefully will be able to repurpose for future solutions pages. And we also kicked off some work on redesigning our cards and card anatomy for the design system and for use in the CMS. This is really just preliminary work, but I'm very happy to announce that work has started there. I lost my document and I don't know who's next.
I believe it might be me. Yeah. So let me try and figure out screen sharing here. So we released an A/B test around the pricing page, and basically we were trying to test a couple things about how we present our plans. So, before they weren't grouped, it was just a long list, and they might not have been items that were important to particular buyer groups, or they also didn't showcase which plan had which values attached to it. So it was hard to choose based on the list of features. So in the first iteration here that we're testing, we have a list that is grouped by category, and it's in a typical table that a lot of our competitors use. We made sure that the list was shorter and grouped and had a couple of features from each category, so you know what you're getting if you get a free account versus premium versus ultimate, and why you would want to upgrade. And then in the next iteration of it, we are testing a view more benefits. So just give people a brief overview, and the table is not on the page, but they can click view more if they want to have a more detailed list. And yeah, that is kind of the brief overview of the pricing page test that we're running. Up next, it looks like, is Javi.
Hello. I worked on making sure that we get displayed colors and the spacing. So let me just share my screen. Okay. So this is really nice. Oh, well, this is looking different, but whatever. And so, oh, I think it might have to do with the next thing that I'm going to talk about is that I got rid of the what is it, the pre-flight in Tailwind. So that means that a lot of these are just like unstyled components, and this has to do with just things that we're conflicting with about repo and just making sure that we have no conflicts in there. We might figure out something on how to fix that in a future release, just to make sure that we have a better sense of alignment in terms of what normalization process looks like. But for now, it's just the simplest solution is just to turn it off. And so, yeah, that's what I worked on this week. I'm going to pass it over to Jess.
Thanks, Javi. So let me just share real quick. Okay, so one thing I've been working on is this partners overview page. And it's just kind of a little bit of a reskin of our current one, with a little bit more content in it. And that's probably going to go today. There's just like one copy question outstanding, but otherwise the design is pretty much there. And then the other thing I worked on was the A/B test design of the pricing page that Brandon already showed. So I think I'll skip over that one. And is that it? That's it.
Let's see here, everybody.
I think I can just quickly speak for Samni that we also launched the campus page, or it's mid-launch or about to launch, and we have the SMB page that also launched this week. So that should be noted also.
Cool. Thanks, everyone, and we'll see you next time.
Bye.